It's Andy with the Air Treatment System. Here today to talk about your spring cleanup in your basement, your crawl space, and your attic. Usually a typical cleanup in your basement is you take the boxes from one side of the basement, you put them on the other side of the basement, you sweep up and you call it a day. Well, this year, try to add a few more steps to your cleanup to try to improve your indoor air quality for your family. First, we want to get rid of as many cardboard boxes as we can. We're going to replace the cardboard boxes with plastic containers. This way, if they get wet, you won't have any mold growth, because when the cardboard boxes get wet and the mold spores land on the cardboard boxes, you have possibility of mold growth in your basement. So you get rid of the cardboard boxes and use as many plastic containers as you can. After you fill your containers, you want to put the containers on shelving. You want to try to keep as many things off the floor as possible to create a good airflow on your basement floor. So once you have everything on the shelves, keep the shelves away from the block wall, because what happens is the block wall gets wet, the water coming down from the outside fills the block wall up, and if it touches any of your materials, it could damage the materials, and if they're organic materials, mold growth could grow. So keep the shelving away from the wall. Once you have everything cleaned and vacuumed, the next step is to evaluate your basement. Walk around the perimeter of the basement. Touch the bottom of the block walls to see if they're wet. If you have aqua channels, they're the small channels around the perimeter wall, make sure they're cleaned out. They should not have any paper, cardboard, or any debris at all. After you do the perimeter of the wall, what you want to do is you want to look at the floor joist and the sheathing. Look for any staining that wasn't there the last time you did the evaluation. Maybe you had a leak in the bathroom. You want to look and make sure there's nothing different from the last evaluation. So once the evaluation is finished, you might want to call a professional in to sanitize the basement and eliminate any mold spores, bacteria, and possible odors in your basement. Second, your crawl space. The crawl space is going to be very similar to your basement. Do not store any cardboard boxes in your crawl space. Use plastic containers and try to keep things off the floor. And you also want to do the same evaluation in your crawl space that you did for your basement. Once that is finished, go up to the attic. Now, over the past few months, I've come across a lot of attics that have been really moldy. And the main reason is lack of proper ventilation. So do your evaluation of your attic. Start from one end and work your way down. Look at the sheathing and the roof joists. Once again, look for any staining. Look for any possible mold growth. And then you want to check out your ventilation. The soffits. If you have soffits in your house, make sure they're not being covered up by the insulation. Make sure you have proper ventilation. Make sure your gable vents, there's nothing blocking the gable vents. If you have ridge vents, take a look at them. Just inspect them to make sure everything's working properly. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to have someone come out and do a home evaluation, give us a call at Air Treatment System, 973-498-0665. Thanks for visiting my site, and enjoy your day.